and welcome to the Cotswolds. We drove up last night. We drove up from Bath and Bristol, popped into Bristol, and now we are in a beautiful village called Tetbury, which is sort of the southern gateway to the Cotswolds. In this video I wanted to show you some of the most gorgeous little villages in this part of England, some of the best places to eat, best things to see. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel, if you fancy subscribing and seeing more vlogs like this. If you want to see what we get up to on our little road trip to the Cotswolds, then just keep watching. Good morning from a very rainy Tetbury in the Cotswolds. So this is the famous tripping steps, one of the must-sees when you're in Tetbury in this part of the Cotswolds. It's flanked on either side by 17th century mill workers' houses, and it is pretty beautiful. On your little road trip to the Cotswolds is obviously Castle Combe. So we are just passing through the village of Old Sodbury and we're heading to Castle Combe. You might not know. Oh right, we're going to be turning here, so turn left. Yeah, Castle Combe. You might not know this, but Castle Combe has actually been the filming location for a whole load of films that you might be familiar with. Dr. Doolittle's one of them, War Horse is another one, and I'm pretty sure that Downton Abbey was filmed around here. So just thought I'd let you know. Iconic street that everybody takes pictures of, and it's been in a whole host of films. And then next to us is a little tea shop. It's got an honesty box, and there's some of the most amazing brownies you'll ever taste at this tea shop. We've not got the best weather for Castle Combe, but in any weather it's absolutely beautiful. As we wandered along the very rainy main streets, we came across a little coffee shop tucked away.
That's all right. Just drop that down.
So, one of the places I can recommend popping into in Castle Combe is the Old Stables coffee shop, which is right in the heart of Castle Combe, and they serve amazing coffee and homemade cakes as well. If you head up a little from Castle Combe, you'll find a 14th century luxury manor house, which has been made into a golf course, pub and hotel. So this is the manor house. If you come to Castle Combe, make sure you pop in here. I mean, it's very expensive to stay, but it's not expensive to look at, it's free. So, don't know if I've mentioned already, but the weather that we're having for this trip to the Cotswolds is absolutely terrible. But do you know, I feel as though it just sort of epitomises autumn. Like these gorgeous fiery colours and the rain, and then that little cosy tea shop where we got our coffees earlier. It's just been the perfect day, so I 100% recommend a stop to Castle Combe when you're on your road trip in the Cotswolds. And then it was back in the car for the next part of the road trip. We were heading to a village called Laycock. This village dates back back to the 13th century and it's full of timbered houses and quaint streets. It was the filming location for Pride and Prejudice, Emma and Moll Flanders. The gorgeous abbey is also featured as Hogwarts in Harry Potter. In the centre of the village you'll find a very famous, very quaint bakery, which you have to pop into on your trip. The sausage rolls, vegan sausage rolls, and millionaire shortbread are very much recommended. One of the frothiest, most delicious coffees we had on our trip was from a cosy pub called the George Inn. This is where we ordered 2 very hearty sandwiches with chips, of course, which came to a total of £6.75 each. So, we've just finished lunch and we're now heading to Laycock Abbey. Something that you might not know is that Laycock is actually thought of as the birthplace of photography. And then we spent the rest of the afternoon wandering around, feeling very lucky to experience such a pretty Cotswolds village in my favourite season, autumn. So, we've left, where were we just now? Laycock. We've left Laycock and now we're heading to a place called Moreton-in-Marsh, which is where we're staying, and then tomorrow we'll be doing a little road trip of the north of the Cotswolds. So just thought I'd let you know. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in my north road trip video.
Now there goes a sight from there goes a